Today I want to talk about hands and what we can do to help alleviate some of the stiffness and pain, inflammation, discomfort that you might experience. There's a routine I like to do as either a warm up or a cool down to our cardio fitness classes I teach. And it's just very basic movements from just the wrist down. You can add this as a warm up to your arm day. You can add this to a cool down, or while you're walking. When I go for a nice walk, I focus on squeezing and opening my hands, flicking my fingers, wiggling my fingers, just doing a few things to get the fingers and joints moving. So you can start out with making fists and opening your hand, your fingers. Spread those fingers nice and wide, making a fist and open, close and open. I would shoot for 5 to 10 of these. And you want to relax those shoulders. If you're standing or even seated, think about good posture. I'm even bracing my low back and core. I'm working out. Even though it's just the beginning, it's some hand mobility. Start getting your brain in the game so your body is ready for this. Once you've done about 5 or 10 of the squeeze and open, I give them a good shake. Again, about 5 or 10. And then I flick my fingers. 5 to 10 flicks. And then I do my thumbs up, pointer finger, and the middle finger is a fun one for my classes. They look forward to it. Some do. All of your fingers. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then another set of thumbs up, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger. Take your time. So do it again and hold. Thumbs feel pretty good. The pointer finger, again, pretty good control. Middle finger. Ring finger is the tough one. So sometimes I have to get in there and kind of help a finger up and hold it. I see some of my participants doing that. So take your time, spend a little time holding it. This is how you're going to stretch it out, and then the pinky. And then all 5. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Once you've done a few of those, drop your arms down, relax. So when I take these shoulder blade muscles and put them into that back pocket, so bring the shoulders down, relax. And then while your arms are just relaxed, take your wrists and rotate them in an inward position about 5 to 10 times. And then reverse direction in an outward. And then I like to make a fist, and I call it revving the engine. So I'm going to just make my fists, have my wrist in a neutral position here, and I'm just revving up and going back to neutral. Revving up, going back to neutral. You may want to only do 2 or 3 of these. I don't recommend going gung-ho, so don't just go right into a bunch if you haven't done this before. It can wake up some muscles, fascia, even your tendons. So revving up 5 to 10 times and then rev down. And relax the body, keep breathing, and do this again 5 to 10 times, or you might only start with 3 to 5 repetitions. Shake it out. Shake it out. Make the fists with your thumbs up. So there's your thumbs up, or a vertical grip. And then from this neutral position, just lift up and back into neutral. Lift up, back into neutral. Lift and lower a couple more times. And now go into that neutral and press down. Like you're pointing a wand. Press down. Breathing in and out. Couple more. And then I do what I call the fishtail. You're keeping that vertical grip, but rev out and rev in. I've got my elbows locked to the side of my body. They're anchored. just so that the focus and isolation is on the wrist, forearm. Shake it out, shake it out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I always say after we've done something rigid where we're really holding and focusing, wiggle it out, shake it. And then with, I call this the turning the water spouts on and off. Act like you're holding on to a knob and you're turning nice and controlled. You don't want to rush through these exercises. These are 5 to 10 repetitions for each exercise. You can repeat it and turn it into sets, but take your time, listen to how your body responds. My right wrist is clicking. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear it every time. Couple more. There we go. So we're really just working on wrist and hands, but you could turn this into shoulder rolls back and forward. All right, let's get the sleeve up here. Get that out of the way. Take the fingers. I always say pinch that $100 bill between the fingers. Somebody's trying to pull that money out. And then middle finger to thumb. This is another one where you might have to take time, ring finger, to kind of get the other fingers to stretch out. Take your time. We'll run through this one a couple times. So we squeeze and hold. You want to feel a nice stretch. And then shake it out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And let's do that again. Pointer to thumb. Middle to thumb. Ring to thumb. Pinky to thumb. Shake it out. How you feeling? Don't want to do too much, so I recommend 5 to 10 repetitions for every exercise, but just starting out, you might only do 3 to 5 repetitions. You might try a few of these exercises, do, half of them one day, half of them another day, just to see how your wrists respond. Consistency is key, so remembering that when you start out with something, start out easy. Give yourself a few days in between exercises just to see how your body responds. The goal is that you have positive response, then you start adding and increasing the consistency. So if you can do these daily, that'll be excellent for overall mobility. And hopefully if you have arthritis in your joints, this helps reduce that inflammation, maybe the pain, and gives you back more function, flexibility, and mobility. One more I like to do is I take my fingers and touch the palms inside. And then the pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. Shake it out, wiggle, 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 and do it again. You can go to reverse, pinky, ring, middle, pointer, thumb. This can be done standing, seated, or even having your arms you can sit down and have your arms resting on a tabletop. Whatever you need to do to make this successful for you, do that. And then I do where you take your palm, your knuckle, and fingertips. Press them together. Keep the hands close to your body. Press and hold. Try to press the fingertips, knuckles, and palms with the same force. Standing there, relax the body, maintain that force, and see if you can point your fingers and hands out, and then press out to the front. And come back. Point them up. Press up. Come back down. And relax. While you're doing that, try to breathe in and out. Okay, so there's a basic wrist, hand, finger mobility exercise that I like to try to do daily. I do incorporate it at least 3 times a week when I teach my fitness classes. It's either part of our warm-up or our cool-down. I recommend starting out fairly easy, doing 3 to 5 repetitions of each exercise every other day to see how your body responds. And then as you feel that you have good positive response, start increasing to daily hand mobility exercises. Well, I hope this is a helpful video. Until next time.